girl Jane. Welcome to Weekly Roundup. For today, I wanna go back. Whoever can tell me what that's from, you get like 1,000,000 J points, I swear. So we are back with my 2016 wrap-up series, where today we are talking about just the thing that I love and I hate, K-pop Twitter. Now, one of the things about my channel is that while I like to really talk about news that happens in the Hallyu and K-pop world, I also like to know what's happening among the fans and the fandoms. I feel like Twitter and in general social media is a really awesome way that fans, K-pop fans from all over the world can really connect to each other. But y'all be getting real wild on there too. And I've done a lot of stories this year about fan sites, fandoms, and even idols themselves being messy on Twitter. So I decided to use this video to count down the top 5 craziest Twitter stories. Moving on to some BTS news. So a couple days ago, a good portion of ARMY, the fan club of boy group BTS, home of visual legend Kim Taehyung, were super confused when they couldn't access BTS's Twitter account. For those of you who don't know, BTS are super active on Twitter, and it's one of the main ways they interact with their fans, so you can imagine a lot of ARMY were concerned when it suddenly was seemingly deactivated. What was even more confusing was that while some fans were having these issues, other fans could access the account fine. Now, from what I heard, it was Europe and North American users that were having trouble accessing the account. I know personally I couldn't access it on mobile nor my PC, but I did have some other North American friends who could see it fine. Now, while it's pretty obvious that the situation was a glitch, things got pretty heated when a rumor started circulating that the issue had been a result of a fan replying to one of the members' tweets from the account with a video of herself masturbating. Lord, give me strength for this one, I'll need it. Now, that rumor had been going around for a while, but it seemed to pick up steam and gain a lot of prevalence when popular K-pop news site All K-pop reported about it. Now, All K-pop actually got a lot of flack because not only did they report about this rumor, but they actually had a link to the video of the girl masturbating, which, you know, because we don't know if that girl's underage or not, that's pretty gross, but they quickly, I guess, realized their mistake and took it down. Now, I'm really not here to talk about that girl and what she did. I'm just more here to talk about the fact that I feel like it was just that, a rumor, because I really don't see, and I haven't had anyone have like a sound explanation as to how reporting or blocking that girl's content would have resulted in them blocking everyone in North America. Like, that just doesn't add up to me. And I feel like rather than one being a result of the other, it was just a coincidence that both happened to happen at the same time. Proof that it was most likely a glitch was that some fans of the popular American singer Kanye West reported having the same type of issues when trying to access his account. But overall, I guess that whole issue doesn't really matter because the Twitter account is back up and running, and I can finally download those J-Hope selfies. On a side note though, although what the girl did was really, really nasty, I will never be a proponent of cyberbullying. So rather than going to her account and sending her hate, I saw a lot of people were just reporting the video and the content, which I feel like is fair. Although I don't know how much luck you can have, because I'm pretty sure you can have graphic content on Twitter. It's just behind a warning. And I also thought it was quite interesting that the whole issue has kind of brought up people's behavior towards celebrities on Twitter and social media, because although what this girl did was super extreme, it's not really the first time that vulgar type of things and words were directly added to a famous person's account. And while I know y'all love to call your faves zaddy and tell them to choke you with their eyelashes, I feel like let's keep that not in their face. That's a bit much. So let's get started with the first story of the day, which many of you guys requested, which was the hashtag XOSnatch Justin's Fans Party. Now, the story behind the hashtag was that allegedly on August 14th, both Justin and EXO held concerts in Japan. However, upon finding out that EXO was in town, attendees of Justin's concert left to go see EXO. This picture of Justin's concert, allegedly halfway through his set, was also being circulated on the social media site alongside the story. Now, of course, this resulted in a lot of shadiness and messiness, but before I go on, I must preface the rest of this story by saying the this didn't actually happen. Now, while a lot of people who were using the hashtag 100% knew that the story was fake and that the whole thing was just a joke, there are a lot of you guys who came to me confused about the story, asking what actually went down. So I thought I should clarify some things before I move on. First of all, while Justin did have a concert in Japan on both the 13th and the 14th, there was no EXO concert. However, there was an SM Town concert. Secondly, the picture that's circulating that's supposed to be Justin's concert midway through his set was never confirmed to be so. Many are speculating that the picture was taken before the show even started, and by the looks of it, it's kind of believable because nothing's really happening on stage. Even if it was between songs, I feel like a total black stage isn't what we would be seeing. Thirdly, if by some chance there was an EXO concert, y'all, that would be sold out in like 2 seconds. So you could leave that Justin Bieber concert, but you ain't getting into CXO. Anyway, despite the real reasoning behind that hashtag, a war did indeed break out between these two fandoms. And you know, I have to admit, I was laughing, it was kind of funny. But then it started to get kind of racist, with some fans on Justin Bieber's side resulting to very racist stereotypes and assumptions about EXO and K-pop fans. So then it quickly became not so fun. I always thought this war between the K-pop fandom and international fandoms, like that of Justin Bieber and One Direction, were just really weird. And I feel like what's the blame for the animosity between these fandoms and the K-pop fandom is the Billboard Fan Army face-off. Ever since that started, I feel like tensions between these fandoms have been like at an all-time high, but I just don't get why, because like at the heart of it, like these fandoms should have nothing to do with each other. So one of the things I love about K-pop is the fandom. You guys are hilarious. You guys are so funny, so creative, just a bunch of different talented people in this fandom. And I feel like we hit the pinnacle of that last week, where a K-pop user on Twitter kind of set K-pop Twitter on fire and inspired the hashtag K-pop Twitter is going to jail party. So basically last week, a K-pop fan and Twitter user posted a screenshot of a credit card with the caption, "Buy yourself something nice, girlies," under the idea that anyone who sees this card can now use it and buy whatever K-pop merch or K-pop related items they wanted to. So I don't really think anyone really bought anything, because you would get arrested, guys, come on. But it started the hilarious hashtag K-pop Twitter is going to jail party, when people just expressed like different things they'd buy in different situations related to that incident. So going through the hashtag, I was just cracking up. I was kind of late to the party because during that weekend, I went to AwesomeCon and I was totally like off the internet, off Twitter. But I came back. Actually, one of you guys suggested I look into it and do a story about it, and I went into it. So I just wanted to highlight some of my favorite tweets that just had me dying from that hashtag. Moving on to this Bathroom Bonanza that everyone's just trying to get in on. Let's talk about it. So this week was just insane in terms of the world of sasaengs. Not only were people trying to get up in Jungkook's business in the bathroom, but they tried Yugyeom as well. So let's start with Jungkook. So basically it all started when this picture started floating around the internet. It was a picture of Jungkook at the Mamas using the bathroom. He was by the sink, and on the picture the caption read, "OMG, OMG, finally I met Jungkook, but he said no photo, LOL." He said no photo, but there's a photo. But there's Carry the 3. Why did you take the photo then? So it seems like invasion of privacy is just a given at this point when it comes to being an idol. Okay, you got to meet Jungkook, that's great, and I get it, but he said no picture. But even if you're like, you know what, I'm gonna have to take this picture because I just need to, why would you then upload it online? And I see it's a Snapchat, so maybe they thought, well, it's just going on my story. Once it's out there, whoever has access to it can do whatever they want with it. Now moving on to Yugyeom, GOT7 had a fan meet in Malaysia on the 4th, and while Yugyeom was using the bathroom, one of his fans actually recorded him like in the bathroom and then uploaded it to Twitter. What are y'all doing? So of course everyone was dragging the user that uploaded his Twitter left and right. You know, he ended up like blocking his account or privating his account. And you know, people were contacting JYP saying, yo, JYP, you better get him. Trending a bunch of, you know, support GOT7, respect GOT7's privacy, don't be crazy. And actually in this case, the Twitter user ended up apologizing, posting the following statement. Dear all, I am aware of my rash and harsh decision made when I recorded the video. It was even a very irrational decision to post it up to. The video wasn't supposed to exist in any ways. I am currently reflecting on my mistakes and I deeply apologize to all the fans and the GOT7 members. I will be deactivating my account to remorse and will promise to not spread anything at all again. Thank you for hearing me out. It is true I did record one of the members of GOT7. It is not Yugyum, but I won't tell who he is. The video was only of his feet when he was about to walk into the stall. I was excited because I heard him sing a bit, so I decided to record it. It's my fault to post it anywhere or to even record it in the first place. I learned my lesson and I know they need their privacy. My intention was not bad and I didn't know it could get this big. I myself deeply apologize if you got offended. Please tell the others I did not mean harm and I'm deactivating my Twitter once it's settled. Overall, I don't know. I know people get super thirsty when they see their fave. I mean, when I went to KCON this summer, Eric Nam walked past me and then Crush walked past me. And of course I was like, but you have to kind of keep it, like, respect privacy because they are human. Like, you may idolize them, but they're still human. So things got a little crazy this week when a fight broke out at a GOT7 concert in China between the Korean fan site master of the fan site I Got You Mark and a Chinese fan. So warning, I'm about to show a clip of said fight, so if you do not like violence, please click here or go to the time in the corner to skip ahead. Once again, I'm warning you, please don't say I didn't warn you. Here the clips are now. So as these clips started to go viral and the news of the fight started to spread online, both sides of the altercation took to social media to explain exactly what went down. The cousin of the Chinese fan who was attacked explained her perspective of how it went down, saying, how it happened, I Got You Mark fan site wanted to take photos and kept resting her camera on my cousin's shoulder, treating her like a tripod. The doctor has already checked through my cousin's shoulder's injury, and she kept resting it so that it kept pushing my cousin even lower. Eventually, my cousin realized she was so low she couldn't even see the stage. So she turned around and pushed away I Got You Mark's hand, but in the process, it caused I Got You Mark's glasses to fall down, and so I Got You Mark started to hit her. I Got You Mark was hitting my cousin nonstop, even pulling her hair, although my cousin did return a punch. But I Got You Mark was a lot taller. There was no way my cousin could have saved herself. In the end, my cousin didn't make a big fuss out of it because she wanted to continue watching the show, but I Got You Mark continued and persisted to hit my cousin and even kept pulling my cousin's hair, angrily speaking in Korean next to my cousin's ear, but we had no idea what she was saying. The fan site master took to Twitter to also explain her side before ultimately deactivating her account. She stated, I never hit her first. I was hit by her before the situation and my glasses are broken and lost. I always wear glasses, but they're broken. Then I got hurt on my face. I admit it's a fault that I hit someone. However, it's also obvious that she firstly hit me. It's unfair I'm attacked by a lot of people with bad words as I'm a fan site master. The situation is twisted. It's up to you if you trust me or not. I'm so sorry to the people who've liked my pics. Now, before I even get into the story, y'all, this is exactly why even if by some miracle I have enough money to buy pit tickets, I never get pit tickets because no shame, but like getting pushed around and being squished and people just like invading my personal space will never be worth seeing Oppa up close. I'm just putting it out there. Secondly, Secondly, why in the world would you think it was okay to just rest your camera on somebody's shoulder without asking? Now, while I was reading around, I saw some people assume and speculate it might have been because she was on that, well, I'm a fan site master tip and I can do whatever I want type of thing. And even though I've enjoyed many fan site pictures, it has never been to the point where I just felt like the fan sites could do whatever they wanted to me. Like, no sis. Like, I'm grateful, but there's limits. Now, even though I got Mark stressed that the only reason she hit the Chinese fan was because the Chinese fan knocked her glasses off, I feel like, I mean, maybe this is just me, but if somebody knocked my glasses off, the first thing I would assume is that it was an accident, especially in a concert that's super crowded. That is, unless I felt like the person had like a reason to be mad or violent or aggressive towards me in the first place. So in my opinion, I feel like I got Mark knew they were doing something wrong and rude by resting their camera on the Chinese fan's shoulder. Therefore, when the Chinese fan tried to move their hand away and accidentally knocked their glasses, they probably automatically saw that as like a retaliation and trying to attack them. So they automatically went into Street Fighter 2 mode. Either way, in my opinion, I got Mark was definitely in the wrong. So that's it for this list, but as always guys, I want to know what you think. What Twitter rumors, stories, and such which do you remember vividly from 2016? Make sure to tell me down below and see you next time on Weekly Wrap Up. Bye!